Hello, thanks for watching the video. So we're driving in this Toyota Camry 3.0 liter. It's driving very good again. I just did a repair on this car, timing belt repair, and did a test drive after that. It drove very good. And then today, earlier, the second time that I drove the car, it was driving very rough. Scanned and did a scanned it and pulled up multiple codes, and I'll show you kind of what is happening and how I'm pretty sure I have resolved it. Hello, this video is on maybe your car runs good and then you have a repair that you do. After the repair, car might run good for a little while, maybe the next day it's running terrible. In my case, yesterday I test drove it after the repair. It ran great. Today I got out, started driving it, and was running very rough. Scanned it. I have all these misfires. I'm not sure if it said random. I can't. Those codes are not stored. I've done something since then, and I can't pull them back up. But it was like multiple misfire codes. And I think it might have been P300. I'm not exactly sure, but which is a bunch of misfires. Now I didn't have a check engine light on because I did some work earlier, and I had taken the battery negative cable off to do that job. So put the negative battery cable on yesterday after repair. Test drove it, ran great. Today I came out, test drove it, running miserable. Just couldn't figure out what I did. I was thinking maybe I crushed some wires, broke some wires or something, thinking that the computer could be bad and maybe I need to reset it, and then really started thinking, well, it's probably not that difficult if it ran great before the repair and it ran great after the test drive. Why all these codes? I know for certain that now I've had misfire codes here in the last few months, but they're always single misfires. I've replaced plugs, I've replaced the coils on those misfires, and the car would run very good after that. I've checked the battery, and it is about 2 years old, a little more than 2 years old. It's 2024 now. That says 2022. It is a value craft, so it could be a bad battery. We're going to check that, see what much volts we got. So yeah, let me just show you, before checking the battery, before checking the voltage, let me just show you. After the repair, I tightened it and just kind of did this number here. Felt good, and then started driving. So today I checked this again after it was driving miserable, and realized that, you know what, it's really, see, did you see that? It's really not as tight as I thought. So if you just like try to turn it to the left here, it feels very snug, and I can't turn it any farther than that. But to the right, look at that. So it's not getting enough continuity. I could even take it off, and the problem is I can't tighten it anymore. See, we're finished. Is completely tightened as far as it goes. So yeah, that explains to me why I've got all these multiple codes all of a sudden. The battery is not charging enough. ECU is throwing these codes, these misfires, because it's not getting the power from the battery that it needs. This one, I don't have any room on this one either. Yeah, trying to do this with one hand. Let's see if we can do that. Alright, so we got 12.9, so clearly a good battery. Enough volts here. And then when it's the accelerator, when the alternators, you know, when the car's running, it's even going to bring it up to 13 something. So yeah, battery is good. It's just the terminals here. What I'm going to do is get something that I just bought. Let me show you that. All right, got some battery post shims. Now this one's smaller. This one's smaller than the positive. So these are the same size. So I'm thinking it's gonna tighten down and be okay. They didn't have an extra size. This is the only one they had, and probably the only one they make, I'm guessing. So yeah, we're going to take cables off, and we are going to open these up. See, that's all the way tightened down. Same with this one. We're going to open them up. We're going to put the shims on, and then we're going to put these back on over the shims, and we're going to tighten it. Here's what I'm doing now. I took the terminals from positive and the negative, took the bolt out, the nut off, washer, used a screwdriver to spread it open. May have to get something else, or bigger screwdriver. Okay, so we're going to be putting the shim on, so I need to make sure that positive is off. Need to make sure that's going to go over the shim, so I'll have to spread it out a little bit more, but also need to make sure that I'm going to be able to put the bolt on. May have to get a longer bolt. All right, so that's looking pretty good. Go ahead and close it. A little bit more. Okay. All right, next let's clean the post. I'm going to take some dielectric grease. Gently tap it down. Okay, now we've already got the shim inside our terminal here. Okay, remember this one was smaller. All right, I may have to straighten this up a little bit. How do we want? Yeah, let me do that. Okay, so get this down as far as we can. So it's going to crush that shim into the post, tighten them together. All right, that's solid right there. Now let's do the same thing to the negative. I had to straighten this out a little bit to get the bolt through. Got the nut on there already. Let's make sure that's down. These are made, I believe, of lead. They've got to be lead because it's a soft, malleable metal. All right, that's not going anywhere. All right, let's test our terminals. We're going to measure them on the shims. 12.75. I don't think you can see that. 12.778. All right, so good continuity. And there is one final thing I wanted to try to do. Battery is moving around some. That probably had something to do with the cable coming off of the post earlier, or loosening up, I guess I should say. So no matter how far I tighten this hold down, battery hold down, it's still moving up here. So I've got a gap up here. What I thought I would do is use some alien tape and try to fill that. See if that's going to help. I'll just put it on both. Two may be okay for this side, and just one up here maybe. Oh yeah, much better, much better. All right, that's it. We'll go ahead and take our drive and see if this cylinder misfires come back on. Here we are now driving. I've been driving a few miles. It's driving just fantastic. No problems whatsoever. I'm actually on the same road that I was on earlier when I was having all the misfires. So yeah, it's clearly I wasn't having continuity between the terminal of that negative and the battery post of the negative. So yeah, that through all those codes, or all those misfire cylinder codes. So if that happens to you, maybe you should check your battery post, your battery, make sure your battery's good enough before, doing something like getting a new computer or resetting the computer in your car, or even taking it to a mechanic at that point. Very simple thing to do. I never knew that it would throw all those misfire codes all at once, but I guess I learn something new every day. So I got to get some gas up here. I guess I'm going to call it an end. Thank you for watching the video. Car's driving fantastic, and really stoked about that. So take care until next time. Have a nice day.